All right, so my new fixation, who's apparently running for a distant second place for the gubernatorial battle for the governor seat in Florida in 2026 in these midterms in a matter of a few short months, will not only be debating Byron Donalds, and on top of spiraling after firing his lawyer for not winning a case that he clearly was going to lose anyway, losing millions of dollars on that case specifically, losing his Tesla that he tried to write off to his father, losing the Rolex that he claimed was his friend's that he was borrowing, which admittedly sounds like a broke guy problem. And then on top of that, he's at only 8.5% in the polls, and he's only behind Byron Donalds by I don't know, like 70%. Nick Fuentes has been shilling him. Again, reminder that he has gotten literally nobody elected into office ever before. I think he supported Joe Kent until he got betrayed by Joe Kent, and then Joe Kent proceeded to lose twice. Now he's a groupie of Tucker Carlson, who Nick has a hate boner against. So again, Nick's been doing a great job. He got his case dismissed after pushing a 60-year-old lady off of a fucking ledge or something. So or a stoop in his porch. Anyway, so the guy feels himself a lot here, and he's going to be rocking a James Fishbach quarter zip, which again is pretty ironic given the fact that it's really unoptical for one, because actually two, this is based off of the Jeffrey quarter zip, and Epstein has a reputation, and Nick attacks Trump on the Epstein list not being released as if Nick gives a shit. Okay, ever heard of Ollie Alexander? Okay, so anyway.
I'm not on the campaign, I'm not involved, but I was like, don't say anything too crazy. I'm sorry. My apologies. My apologies to the campaign. I was literally like, don't say anything too crazy, and then it's like, shouldn't have said that.
Okay, so he says the hard R here like two times.
Whatever, it's fine. But honestly, it's fine. But I do have the whatever. But I do have the James Fishbach. We got the with the Florida flag. It's pretty good, pretty nice, fits well, right? He's been on fire. He's been incredible. Did you see he did a rally at a gas station yesterday? Huge crowd at a gas station. They probably had 300 people there. Never seen anything like it. And for a gubernatorial campaign, this is like a phenomenon. And I said this the other week.
My thing here is that Nick knows that Fishback is losing to Byron Donalds, of all people, by 70 points. And so he knows he's going to lose by, I don't know, at least 50%. I know that, James Fishback, says, oh, well, there's going to be two debates. Now, catch is that, of course, there will be like 6 other candidates there. So good luck getting a word in edgewise. And then on top of that, of course, when it comes to Fishback, he is someone who has a lot of scandals himself. Again, the scandals against Byron are that he works for AIPAC, which in and of itself is obviously a bad thing to most people, especially the youth. Not that young people give a fuck about politics, and the ones that do are chopped more than me, believe it or not. And then ultimately, what does it matter? Okay, you're running for state level politics. Foreign policy at the state level doesn't freaking matter. Okay, so who honestly cares? And then also the other two scandals, and they're really bundled into one, to be honest, is that 25 years ago, the guy bounced a check fraudulently at a bank for, I don't know, a couple $1,000s. Again, disavow, but whatever. He was in college, I think. And then also that he was selling weed in college, which again, aren't like 20% of the people that are in college that support Fishback also people that drink under 21, I don't know, fucking sell weed, buy weed, who cares, honestly? So, I mean, it's all stupid. And so Fishback has the scandal, of course, of running Incubate Debate as a nonprofit despite being a millionaire himself. So then he took time out of his day, apparently, to be a high school debate tutor, which again doesn't really make sense if you're a millionaire, unless you're like a creepy 27-year-old with glasses in your 20s at the time. Super weird, looks hygienic, okay, whatever. So the mystery meat Fishback goes ahead and then what? Grooms a 17-year-old, credibly, allegedly, of course, I don't know, I wasn't there, I wouldn't want to be there, and apparently he got into a relationship and an engagement with the 17-year-old, or a girl that he met when she was 17 and was one of his interns in Incubate Debate. Incubate and groom. Very ironic. Anyway, so that scandal can be brought to light at the debate, and I'd love to see it, and I might even live stream it. Now, Nick will defend this because, of course, he defended and sheltered Ali Alexander, who's a dysgenic, piranha-faced, and wide-jawed, I think Somalian or some mystery meat Arab black mix who believes in time travel and was a leader in Stop the Steal and groomed credibly several teenage boys.
I said it on Alex Jones. This is part clearly of a pattern of these kinds of grassroots movements. And this is the only one that I've actually seen on the right. Because you see it with Zohran Mamdani and you saw it with Andrew Yang. And you've seen it with some of these other
This is so
candidates.
stupid.
This is the only time I've seen like a right-wing nationalist, Israel critical. It's the only time I've ever seen a campaign with that kind of flavor have this kind of viral grassroots.
Okay, so then why did you endorse Laura Loomer, Joe Kent, fucking Paul Gosar?
Organic energy. It's really auspicious and it's very exciting.
Exciting. That doesn't look exciting to me. Your expression there, Nicholas. What the exciting? It's like he's holding in a shit
I'm
here.
all in. I'm rooting for him. I think it's going to be incredible. It already is incredible. It's only May.
Incredible when you're not even pulling double digits. Again, Fishback was polling. Last video I made about him like 2 weeks ago. I know I'm lazy. He was polling at what, 15%? Now he's at what, 8.5%?
Hey, I believe the primary is in August. It's only May. They've got scheduled 2 debates.
Dude, if you're down by 70, you don't need, 3 months or whatever to turn it around is not enough, dog. You need, I don't know, fucking 30 years.
I believe. And I don't know that Byron Donalds is even going to go. I mean, he's just going to get his ass kicked. But
why would Byron even fucking do it anyway?
But if they have those debates, I think it's just going to be over. So
are you fucking retarded? You know he's lying. He's caressing himself, okay? And he has a small frame. He has to hide like a little turtle. What are you talking about, Nicholas? Like, what the... If you're down 70, there's no fucking way you're going to win, dog. Like, what? What are we talking about here? It's like if I try to run against Usain Bolt and you're like, oh, Lalo's on crack. Oh my God, he's like only 20 feet behind him in the race. And then you skip forward like 10 seconds and I'm like 2 laps behind or something. Like, come on. This is so stupid. Fishback is literally down by 70%. I've never seen a comeback like that. I know that there's been elections where, he was down by, I don't know, freaking 20 points in a primary like 2 years before the election even happened. Okay, and Trump made some comebacks. That's fantastic. All right, that's true. But 70%. You're better off if you were going to bet on Fishback. You might as well bet on, I don't fucking know, the Arizona Cardinals to win 3 Super Bowls in a row. It's about as that likely. Okay, Byron, if he gets a stroke, I bet somebody else would win out of the several other people that are winning that are low level candidates or that are running. Sorry. So this is all stupid. He's doing this cynically, knowing that he has a huge audience, thousands even. He claims millions. I only think thousands. Anyway, he bots. That's just factually true. All right, so Nick Fuentes is going to cynically say, this guy's going to kick his ass in the debates. Open question, by the way. Who honestly knows? And then that he's going to flip a 70-point deficit, which is stupid. And by the way, I know someone, and I have a lot of connections. The internal polling, as I know, from Fishback, and even you guys on here right now that are watching can see that on his own Twitter, he'll push polls where he's still fucking losing by 30%. So what the fuck are we even thinking? Even if Nick Fuentes, of all people, who's supposed to be a smart, snippy guy or whatever you want to call him, not gay, if you take Fishback at face value, he's a con man. He's getting sued by his own hedge fund. Okay, now take it at face value. He's still losing by 30. Debates don't flip elections like that. A debate would put you ahead if, it's a Trump-Hillary thing where Trump was losing by a couple points, Biden-Trump, couple points, Kamala-Trump, couple points. That could make the difference. Probably iffy at best at that point, but still possible. Down 30 at best. Again, it's more like down 60. Okay, you have no fucking chance here. Like, for example, Vivek Ramaswamy, phenomenal debate performances like a couple times in a row. Did he sniff the fucking presidency? Not once. Did he even sniff the Republican primary? Not even fucking close. Nikki Haley, bad performance after bad performance, outperformed Vivek Ramaswamy. Let's get real.
So we'll see about that. Very exciting stuff.
Nikki Haley Vivek underperformed Nikki Haley. Get the Indians confused. My bad. Now, this is a more Nick-centered episode against Fishback, but whatever. They're homies. They're in tight. Same type of personality.
GE Narrations Alex sent
Doing too
$20.
much.
James Fishbach told a black protester that he should be lynched while on camera. We live in nigger hell will be his next campaign slogan.
Dude, what the actual hell? So again, these guys are an optical as all heck. Okay, so let's hope I don't get struck down.
They met up at bitch nigga.
See, why do you laugh at that? Okay, we're trying, and by we, I mean, like, if I'm running the Fishback campaign, we're trying to win Florida, which is one of the oldest states in the union, obviously. I mean, the villages, all the retirement centers. Again, you're trying to appeal to a median Republican voter. I don't know, fucking Bobby Hill or whatever, 65-year-old white guy with, like, 2 crane kids, okay? That's what we're talking about. You're saying, oh, we're going to host an event at Bitch Nigga, right? Which is like some conveniently named thing. I don't know if it's Chinese or something. And we're going to own the black candidate that's beating you by 60%, which is like if Adam22 tried to cuck the bull that cucked him literally by saying, I'm going to stream at a black place. Okay.
He said we're holding a campaign event at Bitch Nigga, Byron Donald's favorite restaurant. That was really funny. That was, dude, he is funny. He is objectively very funny.
No, he's not.
He said we're meeting up at, I guess it was some like Vietnamese restaurant or something. He said we're meeting up later at Bitch Nigga, Byron Donald's favorite restaurant. That's hilarious.
GE.
He has to fake it. There's no way he finds it funny. I mean, he rips these super chats every night, and I tune in, I don't know, like every 15th show out of morbid curiosity. You know, between bitching about Iran, saying he was right about it, even though he was predicting that war 10 years ago and still was pretty much wrong about the entire thing. And then, of course, was supporting the strikes against Soleimani, which all the more makes it hypocritical that he was against the Midnight Hammer strike. But to leave Nick out of it for like 10 seconds, again, I'm bringing him back in. Nick Fuentes complains about his super chats that are probably a little funnier than this garbage. And he's like, oh, he went to a Vietnamese place called Bitch Nigga. Dude, you're still losing by 70 and you're endorsing him because you're cynically trying to, I don't even know what the fucking point is. I just think he's stupid on this one. Really bad. All right, and for the last part of the video, we're going to just look at Mr. Fishstick's own poll that he's shilling, where he's going Public Sentiment Institute poll. This is as of about a week ago. So Florida Governor 2026, Byron Donalds against David Jolly, who I don't really know who it is, but it seems like, I don't know, like a moderate 55-year-old Democrat. I don't know. But anyway, Byron is at 40, David Jolly at 40. Okay. Bullshit, right? Because DeSantis won by, I think, like 22% last election. So, I mean, honestly, if Byron were to, I don't know, be drunk every day, he'd probably still win by like 10 or something. Okay, whatever. It's a midterm. I don't know. It could be, R+5. We don't care. A win's a win. Now, James Fishbach, on the other hand, apparently is at 43% to David Jolly's 38. Now, keep this in mind, though. Again, super autistic. You need to be on Adderall for this one. I'm not, but anyway. If you add 40 with 40, that's 80. Then you got Fishbach at 43 plus the 38. That ultimately is only 81. So again, there's still a lot of undecideds in that case only. And then on top of that, to be clear, Fishbach being up by 5 while Byron is tied, it doesn't really make any sense. Florida is not a super far right state. It is MAGA, but it's not the Fishback type of MAGA. And Fishback is meaningfully to the right to Byron on the matters of immigration, which again, a governor doesn't have much control of. Israel, which again, the governor has almost no control of. So what the hell are we talking about here? It makes no sense. And of course, he will shill polls that will show him up. But then again, who honestly fucking cares? For instance, I believe it was 2016. Trump, Ted Cruz was attacking Trump while he was second place, way behind Trump. And he's like, well, Donald, the polls show me beating Hillary by more than you do, or it shows you losing to Hillary. And then Trump's like, well, if I lose to Hillary, then how the hell can you beat Hillary if you can't even beat me? So if you can't beat Byron, and in fact, you're down by 60 to 70, 7%, maybe 67%, folks, then how the fuck does it matter if you beat David Jolly 99 to 1? It doesn't even fucking matter. It's a non sequitur. So this guy's impoverished. He's poor. He's chopped. He's short. I'm short, but I'm better looking. But anyway, he's mystery meat. He's four-eyed, and he's going to lose the election. And we need comments down below whether or not I should buy champagne for this and what type, because I don't drink champagne, okay? I'm a cheap guy. And I will tell you this, like the video if you liked it, and subscribe if you want more content like this, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Adios.